Hi, this is Thanawanlat Mongkonam. Today my team and I are going to talk about Lab 3. For database design, we decided to create two tables which are portfolio and stocks. This is because we think portfolio table will allow us to store data about user and their portfolio. Moreover, we also need stocks table to store stock data that user specified. We think one table for stock data is better than separated table for each stock because one table is more efficient for queries and there's no reason to split the table into multiple tables as data column for each stock is exactly the same. After we figure out the tables in the database, we also come up with the workflow on how users interact with our program and when will the data be acquired and stored in the database. This diagram shows how our program works. Overall, users will be given choices, and depending on what choice they choose, they will be asked for inputs, which are username, stock names, and date range. When it's related to user and portfolio, information will be created in portfolio table. When it's related to acquiring stock data, we will validate the stock name first, and stock data will be acquired using Y Finance. Then they will be stored in the stock tables. Now we will have a look at choices that user will be given in details. First, user will be given 4 choices to choose, which are 1. Create portfolio, 2. Modify portfolio, 3. Delete portfolio, and 4. Exit the program. After users choose what to do, they will be asked to input username. And if they choose creating portfolio and modify portfolio, stock names and date range will be asked. For creating portfolio, after users give username, stock name, and date range, the program will create data in the portfolio table and will also activate Y Finance API to acquire data from Yahoo Finance. Then it will store data in stock table. For manage portfolio, 4 sub-options will be given for users to choose, which are add stock, remove stock, display portfolio, and exit to main option. For add and remove stocks options, the user will be asked for stock name and date range. For add, it will add stock name in the portfolio table and also acquire data from Y Finance and store them in the stock table. For remove, depending on what stock the user chooses, the program will delete the stock name from the stock list in the portfolio table, but it will not delete stock data from stock table. We do not delete the stock data because we think user might come back to the same stock and we do not want to acquire data from Y Finance every time. Display portfolio option will show the stock list that is currently in the portfolio. Finally, the exit option will allow you to go back to the main 4 choices. For delete portfolio, user will be asked username and it will delete portfolio data from portfolio table. The last option is exit. It will exit from the program. Now we are going to talk about how data tables were loaded. We connected to the MySQL database using PyMySQL library and create a stock table. The stock table has columns including stock, date, open, high, low, close, and volume. We defined date and stock as a primary key. When users provide the stock they want to add to their portfolio, we will check the validity of that stock. This ensures that only valid stock symbols are used to fetch data from the Yahoo Finance API. For each stock data point, we insert a new row into the stock table. The primary key, date, and stock ensure the uniqueness of each data point.
Now let's talk about the second table, which is the portfolio table. The portfolio table has columns including username, creation date, last modified date, and stocks list. We define username and creation date as the primary key, ensuring the uniqueness of each portfolio entry. The user portfolio can be created, modified, or displayed using the script manage_portfolio.py. When a user creates or modifies a portfolio, we insert or update the relevant rows in the portfolio table accordingly. Let's take a look at our scripts. First script is createdatabase.py. We are first connecting to MySQL localhost through PyMySQL Connect, then creating a database lab 3, and we are using the database lab 3 and we are creating the table stocks and also portfolio with appropriate columns and data types. The second script is managePortfolio.py, which helps user to interact with it and manage portfolio. Initially, we define two functions, prepfinance, fetch one by one. Prepfinance function takes the stock name, date range, and uses yfinance to get the stocks information. Fetch one by one function takes a list of stock names and fetches each stock related information using prepfinance, pre-process the data, and returns it as a data frame. We use a while loop and if else statements to provide the user with four options, which are create portfolio, manage portfolio, delete portfolio, and exit. We have four more options as part of the manage portfolio, which are add stocks, remove stocks, display portfolio, and exit. Now let's run the create database.py script. You can see that the database and tables are created successfully. Let's verify. So let's connect to the MySQL localhost to terminal. You can see that lab3 database is created. Let's use the lab3 database and check our tables. You can see that portfolio and stocks tables are created. Let's check out the columns of the tables. First, portfolio. You can see the four columns. Next, stocks table, and we can see the columns here. Let us also check the rows in portfolio table and stocks table. We can see that they both are empty. Let's run the manage portfolio.py script. Let's give the create portfolio option. Let's give the username as Sahiti and select manage portfolio, and it's asking for username again. Now let's try to add some stocks, maybe Google, Tesla, and Apple. And let's give the start date, maybe 5th, and the end date, maybe the 8th. Now let's look at the portfolio by giving option 3, display portfolio, and you can see the information there. Now let us also cross check with our MySQL table. First, the portfolio table. You can see that the portfolio is created and the stocks are also there. Let us look at the stocks table. You can see Apple, Google, Tesla, all the stocks for the given dates are stored from yfinance. Let's try to remove some stocks from portfolio, maybe Tesla. And now we can display the portfolio once and see that the Tesla has been removed from stocks details of the user. Let us also look at the MySQL table. First, the portfolio table. We can see that previously Tesla was there, now it's not, it has been removed. Let's try to take a look at the other options by exiting this while loop, and now let's give delete portfolio option. And now let's give the username. Let us look at the MySQL table, and the record has been deleted from the portfolio table. And let's exit from the program. That's our lab 3. Thank you.